It's traumatic. You see, when you reach the apex, the heavenly realm, which eventually you will, not now, don't go there. You want to speak in tongues, but your father-in-law is next door. So those of you who are planning to your mother and your father to come and live permanently with you, you need to discuss all these things. You and your father say, I'm coming to London and I'll be here for 6 months. He said, Father, you know something? Travel lodge is 1999. You can come and eat during the day, but travel lodge is 99. Book in advance. Hello? You should be clapping for your pastor. I don't know what you are doing. You must put your foot down on certain issues. You need to discuss it, man. Your cousins are there. The cousins-in-law are there. They're calling you from Ghana. You haven't sent us money. We are dying, you know. One of the things you also have to discuss is if you re-meet your parents before you're going to get married, you might discuss whether you continue and can continue with the same figure or you have to cut it. And then you may have a backlash. Since he married that rascal, he doesn't send us money again. Is that woman, is that witch that my son married, that witch. Look, when you're going to get married, you have all kinds of talk from everywhere. That's why the two of you must be friends. They have not been able to break through us. One day my mother-in-law called years ago, that's in the beginning. And she said something about me. And my wife took the phone. She said, that man you are talking about is the one who gives me money to send to you. And you are talking about him. If he doesn't give me money, your teeth will fall out of your mouth. So you should rather be praying for him to get more so I can send some to you. That was the end of the story. Now when my mother-in-law called, she said, is my in-law there? Meanwhile, this is my mother-in-law. Let me report her. Don't tell my wife. The first time my mother-in-law met me, and that is to let you know, you know, my wife said, let me go and introduce you to my mother. So I wanted to score points. So when we're going there, I put on my red t-shirt, my green crimping trouser, my brown and blue trouser, matching my brown hair. Then I went there. They said they are going to pound fufu. Now, in my own house, I am my mother's angel. I don't pound fufu. Maid servants pound fufu. But because I wanted to impress her, when we got there, I removed my shirt too. Then I picked the mortar. Bang, bang. And those days, I had rolling shade. You can fill my shoulder with water. When I do cook, the thing goes cook, cook, cook. So after I was trying to impress and that's the right to say, don't try to impress your in-laws. Be you. Be you. So I was pounding and then all of a sudden, the way my mother-in-law saw me going, she called my wife aside and said, let me speak in Ghana, then I'll interpret. Mene ingokeleje. Interpretation. This thing. She didn't call me personal. This thing. Where did you pick it from? Look at your neighbor and say, this man too, he has suffered. Oh. So when he's teaching, we must listen to him. Oh. He said, this thing. Where did you pick it from? Then to make matters worse, she said, all the men in Ghana, you didn't find any but this thing to bring here? Please make a better choice. My wife said, this is it. Whether you like it or not. Today, she doesn't call me this thing. Sham. That is why destiny is what matters, not looks. Destiny. Destiny. Can I give you 5 more? Does he or she love God or the things of God? Why? Listen. Because some people pretend to love God. Some people even pretend to follow you to church just to marry you. And after they marry you, they show their true color. They must be genuinely saved. not pretentiously saved. And when somebody loves God, you will know. 22. Which direction is your spouse heading? Are you heading in the same direction? 23. What are your plans for the future and what are theirs? A visionless, directionless person will lead you to the grave. You must have vision and they must also have vision. Which direction are you heading and which direction are they also heading? What are their plans? When you ask them what are their plans, they say, my father will leave me an inheritance. Forget it. 24. Does he or she like what you like? Mm-hmm. They may not like everything you like, but at least there must be some similarities that make sure that you can get along. Then, number 25, are you willing to compromise? Because marriage is about compromise. There are some times when some of you are used to your bed, you are used to your quilt. When you marry, you must share the quilt. You are used to how clean your bathroom is. When you marry, men leave hair in the sink and in the bath, and women complain all the time. Men come home and then, you know, there are some men when they get home, they don't sit down to remove their socks. They do this. And then the shoe flies by invisible forces, and the socks also flies. Then Sunday morning, when they're coming to church, they shout, "Where's my socks? Where's my socks?" You must look at all this before you bring a man to your house. And the women, they don't remove when they get home, they do this. They put their hand inside here, and then they bring the brazier out and throw it. And then Sunday morning, then they are calling us, "Honey, where's my brazier?" When you were removing it. And they don't remove it in the bedroom. As they enter the house. Distributing the house with braziers. Hallelujah. If you have been blessed, put your hands together. I wanted to give you 100 characteristics to look for in a potential spouse. But because of the time, amen, that is in the last chapter. I believe it is. 100 things to look for in your potential spouse. So, please get it. We'll look at it probably next time we meet. Is that all right? Okay, let's take some questions and then we shall close the meeting. But the packs are ready, the DVD packs, the CD packs are ready. So shall we take your questions now? Now, I want us to receive an offering now to sow into this conference. I want us to sow an offering into this conference. So